Good morning, everyone. My name is Chris-Beth Cowie, and I'm the host of BizGrams and the founder of Empowered Facts. I'm super excited because I have a friend, a colleague, a fellow entrepreneur with us here today, Martine Aldridge. Thank you so much for being here today with us. She is the founder of Martine Co boutique real estate company, and they are very passionate about alleviating and changing the narrative in the Black community as it relates to property ownership. Martine, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Awesome. I'm super excited. Please tell us how you got into entrepreneurship. Let's start at the beginning, and then we could talk about how you got into real estate as well.
Okay, sure. Well, I may have to answer in the reverse because I had gotten into real estate from a personal point of view. First of all, I started out purchasing real estate, like starting with my first condo, like over 17 years ago. And that kind of created, definitely created an interest as I learned how to basically make money off of my properties. So I've been doing this on my own for some time. And it's just my passion. It's just something that I've always been working on as I've been working full time. That has always kind of been in the background, that I was always working on something related to real estate. And then more recently, I actually have been working for a bank in financial reporting. So I am a CPA, and that's really my background, financial reporting. But more recently, I mean, I've been doing it for quite a long time. And more recently, I was thinking it might be time to transition out of that. And so I thought I should start to share also, my experiences and what I was interested in with other people in the community, because it's just something I've had some success in. And I thought I should share my experiences on, and what I've learned about different ways to get into the market with others to try and help them as well. So one thing that really impacted me and kind of spurred me to take action is the George Floyd incident of last year. So I think a lot of people in the community had similar experiences and the way they reacted to that incident. So for me, it kind of just escalated some thoughts that I had already had and some plans that I had made for the longer term. It caused me to accelerate them and and I started investigating, how I could implement my plans. It actually led me to your company, where I actually undertook a course related to applying for a grant in the fall. And I have to say, it was having access and being in that course that helped me actually to incorporate and get started on this path. So I'm very grateful to have met you in that way.
Hey, and such a powerful story. Thank you so much as well for being part of our community and trusting us along your journey. You know what I got from that? You helped yourself. You were interested in real estate investing. So a form of, how do I generate additional income for myself while maintaining a full-time job? And that's really powerful. It is that starting point. And then as you grew, you were saying, how can I do something for the community beyond myself? And we oftentimes hear that story. And, I think 2020 in many cases was a wake-up call for a lot of people, really understanding who they were, in particular with the George Floyd incident. If not now, when, I think was a question many people were saying. I need to speak up. I need to share my voice. I need to share my talent. I matter. I value. And it's really powerful to see what you've done with your boutique real estate company. Do you want to just talk to us a little bit more about it?
Sure, yes. So I guess the main project that I've been working on for quite some time, since September, is really creating a structure, a legal structure and a method for people in the community to come together and pool their assets to, basically applying group economics principles to purchase assets. And so I have been focusing on one particular area of the city that is actually starting to get more and more attention in the last few months, but I've been focusing on the area of Little Jamaica. So that's an area where I think most people would be following the news and are aware that the city is now taking a closer look at that area and what they can do to support the Black business owners and the residents in that area. And that is thanks to a group called Black Urbanism Toronto, very much aligned with what they're trying to achieve and what they've achieved so far. But also I personally wanted to take a little bit of a different approach to that area. And I think something that's missing in that area is more, it's not, I can't say that there isn't any, there are definitely some owners there in that key strip between Marley and Keel that is about to be renamed Little Jamaica officially. But I believe there aren't enough owners. I think that there needs to be more ownership in the community in that area. And so that's what I've been trying to help solve for. The challenge is, we know Toronto real estate is extremely expensive. The prices just keep going up and up. But one method of overcoming that particular barrier, which is a high entry point, high, it's just a lot of funds that are required to close on a building or a home in that area. So one way to get at that is to have people pool together assets and contribute funds together to create enough to be able to purchase assets in that area. So that's what I've been working on.
Hey, that's really powerful. I guess talk to us a little bit more about how does it work working with a company like yourself? You're saying, okay, let's pool our funds together, group economics. Why is that important? And how does it work at your firm?
Right. So if for that particular project, basically I try to seek out interested investors, people who are often just as passionate about the area and seeing the cultural identity of the area being hopefully maintained in the future. So for those who don't know, the issue is really that with the building of the subway system that has been ongoing for many years, the area is expected to experience gentrification. It's already starting for sure. Developers have a keen interest in that area. There's a lot of planned projects for that area. So the area will appreciate significantly, especially after the subway is completed. And in the longer term, once people are aware of also what the city has planned for the entire strip of Eglinton, based on a report that had been done in 2014, it's very obvious that the area is going to change significantly. So my thinking is, why shouldn't people in our community also take advantage and in a positive way and benefit from future appreciation in the area? And so I'm trying to create a way for people to move in. So basically for people who are interested in investing in the area, I ask them to contact me separately where I can, so that I'm able to share like the fine details of what it's like to invest. I have tried to create a model that is, friendly to the community in that, the average person can contribute based on the minimum amount that is required for an investment.
Hey,
So
that's really
it's approachable, I guess is one way to say it, or the entry point is it's doable for the average person.
Hey, that is awesome. I think, oftentimes when people are hesitant to take action in real estate, it's like, oh, it's probably going to cost too much. It's probably too complicated. But I love the fact that with your organization, you're able to simplify it, make sure that, all the terms and conditions are clear, according to even for the layman or layperson to be able to understand and then get involved accordingly. So great job. Congratulations to you on with that as well.
Thank you. Yeah, and I should just mention a key part of that initiative is also to like the educational component part of that project, because the idea is for people who, it's likely to be, and what I've seen so far is in terms of people who are interested, it's a combination of more experienced investors and also less experienced investors who maybe haven't invested into that type of vehicle in the past. So for those less experienced investors, it's very important to me to be able to pass on, I'll call it education about, what it takes to enter into that kind of a legal structure and what it takes to manage the type of building that we're trying to purchase. And all the ins and outs of owning that type of a property. Like we are looking at commercial mixed use properties.